Hi everyone, and today I'm talking about the concept that I use to protect my orders. There might be some that you know, some that you don't, but I'll show you and you are free to add it to your plan or not. This is as you want. At first, there is the trailing stop, my preferred concept. I use it on every single trade, whether it be to get my risk out or just not lose a trade that will be in a big profit, but I don't want it to shift. So I use it when the trade creates a new kind of entry, and if it breaks under, my whole bias will change. Like if it shifts like past this point, I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So if I can keep a bit of money, I'd be happy. So I'm trading at first really aggressively, like on structure. I would trade, let's say here, then here, and I would particularly look for, let's say here, an accumulation, a new accumulation, or a reaccumulation here, and then I trail, and I also locking some profits when we are near my TP, and I don't want to get out of the trade, like risk this 1% plus, let's see here, if the price was here and just breaking, I will also risk 1% plus 3.64. So what I'm doing in order to protect all of these profits is trading my stop when we are reaching my target. So that is it for the trade. The second concept is taking partials, like on point that might turn the price. I have a pool of liquidity. I always take a partial at 3% profits, not for that it reach any points. It's just that with backtesting I've seen that I was looking way more profits than if I don't. And even if it's not the most logical thing to do, it might be useful if you struggle with psychology. Like if your trades are always going to, you see that your trade is always going at 5% and it always shifts, then you can say, instead of going to 5% and then stop loss, I'd like to secure a bit of profits just so that I'm not frustrated and I can keep going with my strategy without having a bias like over trading, revenge trading. This can help. Then, if there is no real shift, no break of structure, am I trailing my stop? Yes, in these two cases. If my trading range is broken, I'm trailing my stop because if I'm not right, a redistribution in this case might happen above the trading range, and it's a great pool of liquidity that we might take before making some new lows. So I always try to enter in trades that have a trading range that hasn't broke. So when it broke it, I can trail my stop, and if I don't have a logical point to trail my stop on, I will be training my stop at break even. And the same happen for pool of liquidity. Like these are points where we like to create, let's say, a distribution so that we can take liquidity and then execute the buys if it's bearish. These are the concepts that I use because I'm never sure of the buyers and I would like to protect myself if I'm wrong and allow me to enter trades and just get out before it shifts, because throughout the years I found that the price were turning at this particular point as liquidity pool trading range. I won't say that it's 100% reliable, but it saves a lot of my trade. What I can say is that trading your stop is the best thing that you can do for locking some profits and for your psychology. So when it comes to protecting your trades, it's not just about placing a stop loss and hoping for the best. There are several ways to actively manage your position once the trade starts moving in your favor. So at the end of the day, protecting your trade is just as important as finding the setup. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next videos.